Hey there, and welcome back to ViewPoint Christian Academy for another Monday Moment. I'm Dr. Adam Rondo, the director of ViewPoint Christian Academy. It's my pleasure to be able to talk with you about all things Christian education. Here at ViewPoint, we are committed to empowering parents for Christian education through our biblical, individualized, and mastery-based approach. Today, we're going to discuss some really important tricks and tips for success with our paper curriculum. Stay tuned. All right, glad you stuck around. I want to talk to you for a few minutes about some really important things that need to go into play in order for you to have success in the paper program that ViewPoint offers. When you receive a packet of material in our paper program, you're going to get a box, you're going to get several items that will be connected with it. Of course, our video training series kind of lays all of that out, but I wanted to reiterate a couple of things that perhaps you struggle with, or perhaps you're not thinking about, or perhaps as time goes on you forget about. And so I think these will be some really helpful tips for you. We've actually finished the first quarter of the 2021-2022 school year. And in completing that first quarter, we have dozens of students enrolled in our paper product program. And as they're working through the material, sometimes you could use a refresher or some reminders about some important things. So let's talk about some really important things. Okay, the first tip number one for success that I want to give you is make sure that you touch the paper product, whether it's a life pack or a PACE. Make sure you, as the parent, touch it every day. Now, what do I mean by that, by touch it? Well, by touch it, I mean that every day you need to check it to make sure that it's been completed. There should not be a day that goes by that you don't pick up every single one of your students' booklets, and usually they'll have 5, 6, or 7. Every day you should pick up one of their booklets and make sure that they are completing what they need to complete. And you need to compare it with these wonderful, beautiful vision cards that we provide. Now, the vision card is where the child will set the goal that they have for every day in their work. And it's important that, and again, we talked about this, right, in our benchmark video. Go back a couple weeks, right? Every day, this is the benchmark. You need to achieve this tiny goal in every subject every day, and that gets you to where you need to be. But without going back, just check that video out if you didn't see it yet. Check out benchmarks for success, right? So you want to make sure that, but you need to, as a parent, pick it up and compare it. Did they complete those pages today? Open it up. Look at the pages. Make sure all the questions are answered. Make sure everything is done accurately and correctly. And we recommend in our training that you use a system of initialing that particular goal. After you've checked it over, say, okay, it's done for the day. You take a pen, you get it out, you initial it, say, yep, I checked it. It is good to go. They have completed, and you verify it. Touch every book every day, you as a parent. Now, obviously the child needs to touch them every day in order to do their work, right? But you have to touch it every day and compare it to the vision card. If you are not using the vision card, you're going to be like someone, here we go, we're in November, we're going to start thinking about snow for a minute here. You're going to be like a car stuck in a snowbank, the tires are spinning, and the speedometer says 60 miles an hour, but you're going nowhere. If you don't use these vision cards, you're like just spinning your tires. Because you don't know where you're going, you don't have a good solid direction. Every day there needs to be a new set of goals, a new set of pages that will be completed by the student. And in order for that to happen, you have to hold them accountable. So every day you touch this and compare it with this. Here's another tip. If you notice, oh wait, they set these same pages yesterday, guess what? They lost a day. They did nothing. Just opening up a book and looking at it isn't doing any work, right? In order for work to occur, movement has to happen. That's a scientific principle, right? You can apply all the force you want, but if you don't move it, no work happened. Well, you can apply all the eye straining you want on this paper curriculum. That goes for the online stuff too. But if work didn't happen, if something didn't move forward in the assignment or in the lessons, no work happened. So it's very important. New set of goals. Not the same ones Not the same ones today as there were yesterday. Now, on a rare occasion, you may have to repeat a checkup or a quiz or a self-test or something like that, right? So you may have to repeat that same thing, but it would not be that you go back and look at it again. The idea would be it would be erased and redone, right? It would be completed afresh and anew. So there would still be some work that would be taking place. Very, 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 very important. Number one, you as the parent, touch it every day. Touch it every day. Check it every single day. Number two, here's a really good tip. Ensure the accuracy of the work. The scoring procedures are really important. Now, in our video training, we talk about the fact that the students can score their own work so long as you're guarding the score keys and protecting the integrity. However, the students do not have to score their own work. In fact, I'm beginning to realize in talking with my wife and some of the other staff, and the more I think about it, the better it is for the most part. Now, there's an exception. There are some students that it's just fine for them, but for the most part, it probably is best if you score for them. If you score for them. You take it, you check it, and make sure. For several reasons. One, of course, there's that sin nature, that human nature that says, you know what, I'm not going to mark it wrong. I'm going to be lazy, and I'm just going to say, oh, it's right when it's not right. So there is that. We call that cheating. There's the propensity for that. The other aspect of that is that, just going up, scoring it, now you see, oh, I see the correct answer. I'll just go back and fix it because I already saw the correct answer. As opposed to, here, Mom, you check this for me. Mom checks it, marks it wrong. You give it back. Now the student doesn't actually just see the correct answer. They realize, oh, I have to go back and find the answer. That's going to reinforce the material even more and make it a better learning experience for them. Instead of just giving them the answer, make them go back and look for the answer. That's what we do in our online program. It automatically scores. Then the student has to go back and find the correct answer within the lesson material. I recommend that you maybe consider doing that. Maybe you have been letting them score, but you know what? Maybe it's time to think about approaching that a little bit differently. You score it all, you check it, and then let them go back into the material and find the correct answers so that they are increasing their learning potential from that material, from that lesson, from that section. Okay, number three, this is it. Last tip. Number one, touch it every day. Number two, ensure the accuracy with scoring and every day, and that's every day. Ensure the accuracy with scoring every day. Don't let them work through the whole thing and then score. No, every day. When you touch it, make sure that you're scoring it and checking it as well. If you're scoring for them every day, you're also touching it and seeing it. Oh, that would combine one and two. It would be great. Then number three, do every single page completely. Do it all. That's right. Do it all. In our online program, we don't let the students skip questions. They have to actually answer the questions. We continually reassign the questions, and if they don't answer them, we say, hey, you got to answer this question. Same thing is true with the paper curriculum. Every single page and question should be completed. In fact, they should not take a test, and you should not turn a test into us for validation if they have not completed every page in this unit. For instance, I'm looking at this child's unit. He has completed his work all the way up to 32, right? 32 is done. Even 33, I'm sorry. He's got to do pages 34, 35, 36. Yeah, we can count here, right? 37, 38, and 39. The test is not issued until he has finished every single page, until he has demonstrated success on this self-test by getting at least an 80%. Because if he doesn't get 80% on the self-test, this final checkup, this final quiz, or in the life packs it might be called, 3 self-tests, 80% on the quizzes, checkups, self-tests, all of that, 80% minimum. If not, go back and study and get it done more, because you're not going to do well on the test unless you do that. Every page needs to be done. They should not be taking the test if every single question, every single page is not done. That's not an overwhelming task if, number one, you touch it, mom and dad, every day. And number two, you ensure the accuracy of the scoring. And then number three, make sure every page is done throughout. 1, 2, and 3 are all connected there. Touch it every day, ensure the accuracy, and make sure everything is completed. Hey, I hope this has been helpful. These quick tips for you today, especially for success in our paper curriculum. So God bless you. You have a great day, and keep on keeping on. What you are doing is not in vain for the Lord. Let me just encourage you with that. What you are doing for the Lord, for your children, in training them and giving them a biblical education, taking that responsibility, it's not in vain. God will honor you for what you are doing. God bless you. Have a great day. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Take care.